Dharma Bites is brought to you by Free Buddhist Audio, the Dharma for your life. Our work is funded entirely by donations from our generous listeners. If you would like to help us keep this free, make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. Thank you, and happy listening.
So I'll just say a little bit about approaching the perfection of wisdom through meditation. Again, when I was on this retreat with Tejananda recently, he was talking about wisdom, jnana, as being undivided awareness, which I thought was a great, simple sort of translation, if you like, simple explanation. I was thinking, well, what is it that divides awareness? So what is it that comes into our minds that sort of, if you like, sort of makes us fragmented and divided? Well, when we're meditating, we've got the hindrances, haven't we? The craving for sense desire, ill will, anxiety, etc. So we're quite familiar with that formulation, probably. A Mahayana formulation, we could talk about the poisons, the 5 poisons being the things that divide awareness. So that craving, hatred, pride, envy and ignorance, or the first 4, if you like, are a manifestation of ignorance, we could say. Any negative mental events, really. An unskillful action of body, speech and mind that would come from those poisons. The perfection of wisdom as a practice, this is something else I asked Tejananda. I said, well, if jnana is undivided awareness, what's prajna then? And he said, you could see it as that which unites awareness. Oh, well, that's neat as well. That's a nice little definition. So what is it that unites awareness? Presumably it's that which removes the poisons. Meditation's a very fundamental place for doing that, isn't it? And action, obviously, as well. But, getting to grips with seeing our mind, seeing how it works. Meditation's one of the main places of doing it, isn't it? I was thinking to myself, well, how do you do that? How do you sort of remove these poisons? And actually, I think, for me, the main thing to do is to notice it. Just sort of clock it and see it and name it for what it is. Bring awareness and attention to it. Possibly focus on the sensation that accompanies it, any sort of feeling that accompanies it. But really, really importantly, try to let go of any story around it. Because it's the stories that kind of perpetuate it and, kind of, if you like, the stories are trying to justify it, aren't they? But if we can be more with just the feeling or the kind of colour or the tone of these particular poisons in our body and in our mind and really get a sense of them. Well, certainly in my experience what can happen or often happens is that after a bit they just seem to fizzle out of their own accord, or that the mind moves on. It is impermanence at work. If you're not doing the stories, if you're doing the stories, then you just go round and round and round, don't you? But if you're just sort of able to be with them, then something does just dissolve eventually, which I find quite an exciting way of practicing, quite an interesting way of practicing.
We hope you enjoyed today's Dharma Bite. Please help us keep this free. Make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. And thank you.